right, welcome back, my dear student. In this lecture here, I'm going to show you how to add data to our database, to our table inside cars. Now we know how to search, right? We know how to build this. I'm going to show you another way of actually making a connection with our with Ajax and jQuery to our PHP. And let's go ahead and do this. First, we need a form to add some information to our table. So let's go to our index.html, right? This is the form right here that we're working with right now. But actually, this is not even a form. All right, we're gonna actually create a form. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a div here with a class of row. I'm gonna wrap this whole thing around this HTML element with a class of row. That's just gonna separate my content, the one that I'm going to create right now. All right below here, I'm gonna put another div with a class of row, and I'm gonna create a form. All right, this form is gonna have an input, two inputs actually. One is text. This is where we're gonna have a car name attribute value. All right, on this name attribute, this is how we're gonna send information with this name attribute. This is how we do it with PHP, with regular PHP. But I'm gonna show you another way of actually doing this that is actually really cool. But anyway, and let's also have a submit. All right, now this form, I don't think it looks that great right now. We come here, it looks like this. Let's make it look a little bit nicer with Bootstrap, right? So let's actually create a class and BTN primary, two classes. Let's come back again, and now we can see that the form has changed. Now it looks nice, right? We're gonna change the name of that value of that button, right, to add car. All right, that's what we're gonna be doing in this lectures. Add car. Let's make that input a little bit nicer also by putting a class of, let's see, form control. All right, but first we need to wrap this around in another div with a class of form group. Okay, right there. We're gonna do the same thing for the one in the bottom too, all right? So I'm gonna copy this one. This is just to make these inputs look good, okay? Oops, I'm just gonna close this one. There we go. I'm trying to organize it here, make it look a little nicer, right? There we go. Separate this a little bit so that way you see what I'm doing. All right, perfect. Let's go and check it out. Enter. And now this form looks nicer now, right? We can make it smaller also, of course. We just have to, we can put a class right here of call XS sits. That's gonna make it 50% of the screen size. Enter. Actually, it's backwards. It's XS, and I said it correctly, but I wrote it the wrong way. Enter. All right, perfect. All right. So now what we want to do is that we want to write a title of our car here, for example, Lamborghini, right? And then when we click add, it's going to actually add it into our database. All right. So we're going to be basically doing the CRUD, which is an acronym for, and I'll show you right now. CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. Right now here in our database, we are selecting, we are reading information. So we need to create, the update, and delete. And we want to do that with Ajax and jQuery. I just want to show you how to do that. All right. So in the next lecture, we're going to start creating the code that is going to take all these values from here and use Ajax to communicate with our PHP, with our table. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lecture. It's going to be really exciting. Take care.